Hey guys, it's Mommy of Two, Wife of One, and thanks so much for joining me for another edition of my amazingly innovative and insightful and inspiring web blog or video blog, as it were. Last week I kind of took a break from the mommy and wife stuff and I dealt with a topic that was kind of close to my heart about just women in general. But I'm back on track with the mommy business. So this week, my son started second grade, and one thing that I've kind of noticed about our relationship is that he and I get along very well, love my son very much, but sometimes I feel like I don't have a great balance between giving him loving words and giving him correcting words, and it was bothering me. And, there were times where I was fussing at him all day, and he would come to me and say, Mommy, you still love me, right? And for my son to have to ask me that question just really kind of broke my heart, and I had to reassure him, Mommy always loves you. I was like, when you do bad things, Mommy gets upset because I tell you not to do these things, but you continually do them, and Mommy, gets mad. And so he understands, of course, but I realized that, it's up to him to understand and do the right thing, but it's also up to me to kind of change the way I speak to him. I never want my son to ever doubt that I love him and that I have his best intentions at heart. So one thing we did is one thing that I'm doing is I'm trying not to raise my voice as much to my child. I have a sensitive 7-year-old, and he doesn't like being yelled at, obviously. I mean, who likes to be yelled at? But I realized that sometimes it's not about yelling at him. He's not 1, 2, 3 years old anymore when I can say, hey, no, stop, no, you know better. He's old enough that I can talk to him and say, okay, why we don't do this, they're being disobedient right now and Mommy doesn't like it. Now, I don't do the timeout stuff that some other parents do, but I do, kind of a punishment system, like, okay, if I have to talk to you again, then I'm going to take this away from you, or if you have your iPad, you can't play with the iPad for 15 minutes because of this, or whatever the case may be. I know, so you go watch Elmo. Sorry, that's my 2-year-old. But, just kind of talking to him in a calm manner, but still but still letting him know that I'm the adult. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen if you don't do well. And, and it's working so far. And also, we had an open house for his school last week where we met his teacher. And when we left, I was talking to him about the school year and what I expected. Now, normally, I just talk to him about what I'm expecting of him for the school year, what I want him to do, what I want him to accomplish, and all that stuff. But God kind of told me and kind of nudged me and was like, him having a great school year isn't all about him doing everything. He needs to know that you were looking not just at him to make sure his school year is great. So I explained to my son, I want everybody involved in your education to do what they're supposed to do. I want your teachers to be patient with you. I want them to help you to learn these new things. I want them to navigate second grade with you, and I want them to help you become the best student you can possibly be. And I told him, from you, I expect you to try your best. I expect you not to give up when things are hard. I expect you to ask for help if things are hard. I expect you to have an open mind when it comes to experiencing new things and meeting new people. I expect you to be obedient to your teachers and not be disrespectful. I expect you to understand that you are not in charge and it's not your job to tell people what to do when they're doing wrong. And I told them that as a second grader and as our son, what you should expect from me and from your daddy is that you should expect that we're going to protect you. We're going to have your back. We're going to help you with your homework. We're going to stick up for you and make sure that you are getting everything that you need. It's our job to make sure you have the right school supplies. It's our job to make sure you get to go on all these great field trips and experience new things and new experiences. It's our job to make sure that we love you and we take care of you and we help you make sure that you turn your assignments on time and all that stuff. And I told him if everyone does their part, then your school year is going to be amazing because everyone has a job to do, but we all have to work together to make sure you can do this. I told him it's not going to be all on you. I know that you can't do this by yourself. That's why you have mommy and daddy. It's why you have teachers. And it made me feel good to have that conversation with him because it was reminded to me that I have a job as his mother. It's not just my job to tell him right from wrong. It's not just my job to punish him when he doesn't do what I say. It's my job to have his back. It's my job to be his biggest advocate. It's my job to love on him and to be his mommy and to be the person that he goes to when life is rough, but to be the person that he also goes to when he's trying to figure out how to be not a man because he's only 7, but guess how to be more mature. And so that's kind of something I've been struggling with a little bit, the past few months, but I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to find that balance with my child. And I pray that if you guys are struggling in that area as well, that you'll let me know what you're doing to kind of not get over it, but you know, to kind of navigate the waters. Being a parent is not for the faint of heart, and I think it's something that you're always learning, and you're learning how to be not only a better parent, but in the process you're becoming a better person. You're learning how to be more patient, you're learning how to be more understanding, you're learning how to balance and juggle all these different balls in the air, and it's just a really interesting time in our household. And again, we're trying to figure out, and I thank God that I'm here and that I'm home full time so that I have time to figure this out and I have time to figure out what works and what doesn't. So hopefully this video did something for you guys and you got something out of it. You learned something, you grew a little bit, maybe, you know, you disagree with what I have to say, which is fine. You have every right to do that. But I just wanted to tell you guys what I'm going through. Just being a little transparent with you guys to tell you what's happening in my side of the world. But I thank you for watching my video. I pray that you guys will go to YouTube, that you will subscribe to my channel, Mom of Two, Wife of One. I pray that you guys will, again, get something out of it, that you go to my Facebook page and like my Facebook page. Follow me on Snapchat, Mom of Two, Wife of One. Continue to watch me, subscribe to me, send me your questions, send me your concerns, your praise, your criticisms. Let me know if there's any topic that you want me to address. And I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys next week.